From the shores of Lake Huron here in Michigan, this is Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter, and I'm going to give you a campground tour of Hoeft State Park. That's where I am right now, and along this beautiful shoreline. I have a nice boardwalk to get you out here. And you can wander for quite a ways. Just down the way down here, and an easy bike ride, a little too far to walk, is 40 Mile Lighthouse. Wonderful park there, lots of different things to view, and free to visit the tower. And it's got a unique feature where that lighthouse has camp hosts, people who set up for the summer, camp there in their RVs, and host you at the lighthouse to give tours. Well, now it is currently Sunday morning, and the campground is pretty full. I'm fairly late in September. It's now officially fall, but the campground is still pretty darn full. Now there are several different sections of this campground. The first stretch is the stretch that is closest to the water. They're not waterfront because you got a dune between you and the water. And you got to protect those dunes. And then there's even little bluffs of dunes as you go back in deeper into the campground. So we're going to start down here at 1. And the first couple sites are camp hosts. And really nice looking playground. Doesn't have any swings, but there's plenty of things to climb all over in there, and diggers too. This is probably a continuation of camp hosts. They're really hard to find the numbering since it's not paved. They don't have their numbers on the ground. They have the numbers on the fire pit and on the post, so this would be 4 right here. Then we have 5 through 64 down this way. Although some of the numbers in between tell you to go left. So 5 across from the playground. Oh, there's the swings. There are swings. So as we go down here, you'll notice that the stuff on the right is fuller than the left. Yes, it's closer to the beach. It probably looks like it on the map that, hey, you're backing up to the water. But nobody has a view of the water from the campsite. But the ones on the right are a little bigger, so they handle the bigger rigs better. Although there's still plenty of room over here in, say, 6. And it really isn't that different. So don't feel like you're getting cheated if you don't get water side. That's 7, 8 over in this area. 9, yeah, I'm going back and forth. 10's got a nice gravel pad. They must have had some water issues there at some point. 11 is not the biggest and definitely not the flattest. So avoid that one if you can. 12 over here. It's a nice size. Now there's paths that come from the upper campground sections through. And then that one's heading over to that area to get down to the beach. 13, 14 here, and also next to the path. And to say, look at 16 while we're here. 15, cram full. And you can see our row of RVs over here. 17, 18, 19 on the end before we get to another path. So we have 18 over here. 20. We're getting a little shorter. And 22 on the end here. They're all fairly wide. And then we have a path that comes through. Restrooms are up there. There are no restrooms down on this stretch. And then a path down to the beach. 23 on the beach side next to the path. I'm over in 24, and to get you a sense of width. There's my power pole. I'm parked as far over as I could without getting the really long cord out. There's room for another vehicle. And I got a gap to my picnic table. And then a huge gap to my fire ring. There's a lot of room width-wise in here. There may not be depth, but you could easily put a trailer going the other way in here. 25. 26. 27 is kind of funky. It's massively wide, but I would suggest this one's probably better tenting up there. You could RV down here, but your power pole is way back there. So it's probably best a tent one. Unless you move the picnic table and do what they did, which is pull all the way up over there. But again, you're really not getting a water view, so all that effort for nothing. 28. This slopes up. It's fairly flat, but at an angle. Does that make sense? 29 with the Class A and its towed. 30 over here. This one is not deep, but plenty wide. 31 and 32, which again is really wide. Another trail heading off there, but we got private property behind here. 33, not very big. And this one is 34. Like I said, there's a road coming behind to some private property along that one. I had a chance of grabbing this one at 35, but I thought I'd leave it for somebody who needed more room, but I might have been happier here because it's a quieter neighborhood. All right, down this path we're going to hit 36 through 47 and a mini cabin. Well, here's 37, so reference water is that way, but it's over the dune. This is 36 on this side, backs up to the next loop. 39, 38, and then we have bathhouse, his and hers, restrooms, and then showers on the end, and they are small shower rooms. Really hard to keep your stuff dry. 40 over here. 41. 42 over here. Again, these are not deep sites now, but you still have like 30, 35 feet. 43. Then we have another path going down. The area between the woods, they don't want you to play in anymore. Trying to restore those dunes. 44 here, 45. Okay, I've had to backtrack. I'm now back where the private property was, just beyond the campground. I've started another pass through here at 48. I seem to have lost a site or two. I'm not sure how I did that. Restrooms over there. We're going to go past it on the back side this time. 49 here. And then we got a gap before we go down. After those last two, big gap. But we're still very close to the party last night. Back of the restroom, still more gap coming through before we hit the next one. I don't know where 46 and 47 went. And this is where it gets hard to really figure out what site number it is when you're searching. I can't see the number on here. I think this is a pull-through. That might be like 59. I don't know. There's 50. Maybe that's 49. I don't know that their UPS on the thing is covering up. 50 is a pull-through. 51 is a pull-through. Well, those are handy. Now, I'm going to stop, go back and hit this last outer loop over there, and then we'll do that section. Alright, back down to the end road along the private properties. 54. Starting to hear some road noise out here. $55, $56. We're out on the edge of the park here. Now out here is about getting about as close to the main highway that comes past. It's definitely not as bad as a lot of state parks where you're basically highway, campground, water. This has got a little more buffer. Alright, what number were we on here? 58. See, it's hard to find the numbers. You gotta find them on the fire pit. 57 over here in this gravel pad. So this section actually has gravel pads. 60, and then grassy areas. Grassy areas are nice. Now, we passed this travel trailer before. On the other side, it's actually site 59. 62. 64. 61 is here, sort of between picnic tables. 63 is here to the end. Now I know the sign says 77 through 127, but this continuation of the 60s is this side. 70s are over here, so this is going to be bouncing back and forth. And I'm doing it because the labels are facing this way, so I know what I'm looking at. If I walk the other side, I would have no idea what side I'm looking at. So, 77 over here, backing up to the neighbors. 78, well, somewhere down there there's some 60s. Okay. 77, 79. 80. Now these are simple pull-throughs, easy to work with. 81 over here. 82 over here, easy pull-through. Morning. 83. This area very connected with your neighbors. Where am I? 84. 86 one. Looking here. Now this one does not go through. 85. Now those continuations of 60s must be up there now. So I'll have to come back down and show you those. This area widened out on me. 88 is a pull through. Horseshoe pull through. 87. Avoid it. It's very slopey, terrible site. 89, not so bad. Fire pit to fire ring, so it's in this area. Best is a tent site. 90 from there to here. That's an awkward site. 91 on this side. Fresh restroom for this section. 91 is this area here up to the power pole. And there goes the VW. 92 over here. This one looks like it gets wet. Stay away from that one. 93 is another small tent site. 94, nice pull through. 97, oh, 95 is this area. Not bad. 97 over in here. 96. Can you hear the VW? 98. These are getting a little bigger again, but this also looks like a potentially very wet. 99 is a pull through. 100 is a pull through, and I'm going to stop here and go back and get those 60s, and then I'll continue on. Now I'm just going to take a moment here. The guide map online showing this campground makes it look like there's an interstate over here, and you wouldn't want to be anywhere out here. It's not an interstate. It's barely a traveled road. There's not much out here. Now we're 60 miles from the Mackinac Bridge, so that's where I'm heading next, but there's not a lot of traffic out here. There are other state parks, but most of them are harbors, not campgrounds. All right, almost back over there. All right, 65 is perched up on a hill, and very nice site. Really like that site. It gives you definition from everybody else. 66 over here. And 67. Nestled in the trees. Without a specific parking pad, you can basically park it wherever you want. Really quiet section here. 68. $69 and $70. I said the restroom is straight back here for this section. $71. Now, when I tour Wisconsin campgrounds, I do try to know what color squirrels do they have. Michigan's a little better mixed. Wisconsin is very regional. There's a nice little black squirrel. I've seen gray squirrels and I've seen brown squirrels all within this park. I've also seen frogs and spiders and all sorts of other things. 73, nice gravel pad. Sorry. 72. That's 72. 73 is this whole width here. And 74, there's a pull through here. No, that isn't a pull through. This is 74, I think. We ended with 100 over there. Let's see where we are over here. Oh, 75. Okay. $76. And now somehow I've jumped all the way to 103. I bet this was one I missed somewhere. Backing up. $101. This corner lot is 101. I don't know where 102 went. We got 105 out here on the outside ring. 107. Maybe we skipped some numbers and just went with the odd even system. 109. Nope, not quite. 102. Over here. This one, yuck, stay away. That's why I do these videos, tell you what not to get. 111. 104, that's a nice one. That one, 102, yuck. 104, nice. 113. 106. 115. This is a nice site backed into the woods. 108 is a small little site, definitely meant for tenting. 110, a little bigger. 117, then we get to our bathhouse. I don't know how that one's laid out. Parking for the bathhouse. 112. If you want to be in the middle of everything, go there. We also got the trail coming through the bathhouse. 114, full of roots, rutted, terrible, slopes downhill. Skip that one. Don't go there. 119, nice big flat. Do anything you want that. 116, again, not a very level one. Slopes all over. Unless you're here with a group of friends and you can work it out, stay away. 118, again, very ruddy and not level. Maybe they'll smooth these out over time and add gravel. But then they're not as good for tenting, because who wants a tent on gravel? 121, that's not bad. 123. 120. Yeah, our numbers are starting to line up. 125. 122. 124. 127 on the pull through on the corner. 128. 6 on this corner, which can be a pull through too. And did I do 52 and 53? Can't remember if I did those. So now we're back in that first loop section. This is a second loop section over here. Playground straight ahead. To give you a reference. This is a huge site. That was a big site. I think I'm almost done. 40 something. I can't really read it from this distance. Not bad. That's kind of off on a spur. It's next to the cabin, if that helps you find it on the map. There is a cabin for rent. And 41, I believe, over here. Getting back closer to the beach. Nope, 47. This is 47. This one you can be very creative with. I could probably tuck my van behind those trees if I felt like it, but it's not quite level. And then we're back down to the camp hosts. There's one more unique thing in the state park I want to show you. Okay, one last thing to show you here. Now, you know how Amazon is a place you can go now and find anything. Buy it there, have it shipped to you wherever you are. They have it, they can ship it. They're global too. They weren't the first to do that, at least in the United States. Behind me here is a Sears house. This is a mail order house. Sears, Roebuck and Company would ship you anything, anywhere in the country, by rail, even houses. Anything you needed for living at the time, they had available right down to every board and nail in that house. And it is available to rent if you're interested. Now, I wouldn't blame Amazon for putting Sears out of business. They did that to themselves. They forgot how to take care of the customers and deliver. They just seem to have forgotten how to do it. Well, I've returned to the shores of Lake Huron here in the state of Michigan. Once again, this is County Wandering. My name is Peter. I do a lot of campground tours, show you around, show you what I find on my travels. I'm in the middle of a trip around Lake Michigan. That's not very Lake Michigan Circle Toury, is it? Because I will also be down on Lake Superior soon too. But I just decided I needed to make this lap. I've never been in the mitten of Michigan before, so I figured I had to try that. Like I said, I'm crossing the bridge today, heading north. If you want to see more of my travels, please like and subscribe so you get notified, you get to see these things coming up. I've done a whole bunch of other stuff in the UP already earlier this year, and I'm heading back up there today. So I'll see you in the next one. Get on out there and go hunt some rocks.